Kid, the only member awake here this early hour for these West Coast representatives for Target Shopping Carts.
I'm barely awake and I'm on the East Coast, please.
Hey, I feel you, man, for sure.
We have Blitzcrank Band coming out, and let's see what our blue side it makes for their last ban of the first round.
It would also help if I shifted Stream 2 Champion Select. My apologies.
Oh wow! So we got Champ Select going on. Can't even see the Champ Select on stream.
We got hooked up now. We got it hooked up.
We got Aphelios band coming out as we usually see. We still see the Aphelios band coming out relatively often, but we don't see the Caitlyn and Kaisa bands too much anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely been
we have Soraka top lane before it gets nerfed. Probably, we'll see.
We'll see.
Hell yeah, that's getting nerfed. That's getting hard nerfed.
Definitely
for lane. Broken. And then we got Olaf ban and the immediate Tryndamere coming out. Who knows if that's jungle or top lane? I would assume it's top lane, but
we have seen
the swap to the Rise.
Past couple weeks, shifted away from those AD bans, just going to the set bans and Olaf bans. Kog'Maw, interesting over there. I don't even think we've seen. I think we have seen some Kog'Maws earlier on.
We saw one Kog'Maw earlier this season.
Yeah.
I can't remember who played it, but it ended up not working out too well.
Jin does end up getting locked in here. The Misfits locking in Varus. This is interesting. He was telling me about this. He's going to whip out his pocket pick Varus, so interesting to see how he does in this. Of course,
we have Senna pulling out the Senna yet again.
Definitely one of his go-to picks. Gotta keep that in mind for whenever I'm facing off against one of these.
Or just to abuse the Senna with a better pick.
Such as, who'd you go for?
Leona, Thresh,
Leona,
any of your hook champions, but Leona more so than anybody else because she can engage through minions. The very minions that Senna likes to stand behind.
Yeah, Leona's just ridiculous right now, honestly.
Hold on.
It's amazing.
Hold on. That's why she's getting nerfed. And leave my wife alone.
Your wife.
My support wife. My top lane wife is there.
Is Riven? It's definitely an interesting comp so far for Blue Team Exhibition. Blue Team.
Well, that's a Soraka top lane alongside Varus AD carry and Senna support so far, which means there's still a mid laner and a jungler that they still need. But I think that is the same case here on Red Team as well. Actually, they need a mid laner and a support and a jungle. But it seems that they're going to opt for the Echo, and possibly Rise might be going mid. Because Echo's most likely jungling.
We did just get a follow as well from I want to put his name, Alvezus.
Jesus, can
appreciate
you
that follow.
type it out somewhere so I can attempt it.
It's not as hard as I made it, to be honest. It's still early. I need some more coffee first.
Coffee really out here today. I don't drink coffee though.
I don't usually drink coffee, man. I'll tell you right now. I needed one this morning.
Alright, so it will seem like we have the Kha'Zix, if that pick goes through, which it does. Kha'Zix is jungling with Echo mid, Rise top, Jhin AD carry with Thresh support on our red team, and then blue team has Lux mid, Soraka top, Senna, and Varus bot lane with Gengar in the jungle. I don't think I can even call Rengar anymore. I think he's just permanently Gengar at this point.
Gengar? True.
Gengar.
I've never heard that. That's funny.
You've never heard, because you don't play Pokemon.
I mean, I can't argue with you, but...
Because if you played Pokemon, you'd know the reference immediately.
Well, I know of Gengar, obviously, but like, I never heard.
But you don't understand.
Like,
you don't understand.
But it will be Rengar versus Kha'Zix in the jungle here, definitely an interesting matchup. I've been on the end of it from the Kazakh's perspective many times, and I continue to get frustrated. I'm not sure if that's because I just suck at playing versus Rengar, or if he's just broken.
Rengar is just, I don't know. Kazakhs usually ends up winning that matchup when I see it.
It's probably the latter. It's probably that I suck playing against Rengar, because I just despise that sort of game.
Kazakhs goes invisible 3 times while Rengar is like, okay, I go invisible once and I actually just need to blow him up or I die.
Yeah, I'm usually getting blown up before he dies. That's me. Yeah, also whenever I face a Rengar, he gets like 3 stacks on his Bone Tooth necklace in like the first 5 minutes of the game.
Oh yeah, that'll also cause problems. But as with the other casters, I don't think I've asked you this question yet. You might be familiar with the question I've been tossing around in chat of where in Runeterra you would hail from if you were in that world.
I have been intrigued by this question, because I have been hearing you talk about it. I have not prepared to answer this, so I'm going to have to take a half a second here.
Yeah, because it's just one of those things, like, I'm a big lore guy, and I like the story behind things, so whenever they come out with something new for the lore, I'm jumping on top of it and learning new things about Runeterra, especially when they came out with Legends of Runeterra. That was a lot of lore background that they added to the game, so I loved it. So you can, while I'm talking, you can still figure out where the hell you're coming from.
I'm gonna be entirely honest. Before they dropped Legends of Runeterra, I couldn't have listed out like all the different like regions, whatever you want to call them. But I've always been intrigued by like the lore, and I'm gonna be honest, definitely not a Noxus guy. That's not me. I don't know. I feel like I could be Demacia or maybe some of these like weird people from the Shadow Isles.
Noxus is pretty hardcore, and Monochrome, who is playing in this game, has mentioned that he would hail from Noxus, and I'm like, or nah, from the Shadow Isles, excuse me.
Shadow Isles, true.
Yeah, he did say he would come from the Shadow Isles, and I was like, you're a weirdo,
yeah,
but you're fine.
It's definitely super weird, but like it's dope at the same time, so like whatever.
I'm like, if you want to be a spectral ghost or something like that, by all means, I will sit here.
Man, Carthus was one of my favorite champs back in the day, so I gotta represent, you know.
Nah, I was always a Riven.
Yeah, honestly, I'd probably go
Riven, Ivy, Buildwatcher. Yeah, but I would probably also pick Demacia, even though lately I've been feeling more Ionia lately.
Ionia is cool, but
although I officially I would hail from Mount Targon.
Sub-region. True.
It's not a sub-region.
Not a sub-region? I don't know enough about it.
No. Mount Targon is its own full region.
Right.
It's just not like one of the major ones because it's one area, but like Mount Targon is home to the aspects, which are essentially demigods, for lack of a better term. So you'd find champions like Leona, Pantheon, Zoe, Aurelian Soul. Like, you find those champions there, the cosmic guys. Although League Academy would be a lot of fun to delve into if that was an actual part of the lore.
League Academy?
Yeah, because that ties into your Star Guardian lore.
True.
The community is still looking for Star Guardian Urgot, so let's see if that ever becomes a thing.
I cannot even imagine.
Star Guardian, Urgot, Battle Academia.
I want a Kane skin, that's all I fucking want.
Why? Kane is fun. He's a difficult champion to create skins for because you're technically creating 2 skins. Or three. Because not only you have his base form, but you also have to get both of his transformations. So all of those animations, it's really difficult, I'm sure, to put together. But let's look at this here loading screen. Let's see if we got anything extra going on here. Doesn't seem like anything too out of the ordinary here, with the exception of... No, nothing too out of the ordinary. I was gonna say the Comet Echo, but most of the time we do see the opt for the more aggressive domination tree, whether it's Dark Harvest or Electrocute. But otherwise, everything seems to be about right, and
30 seconds
Our blue side does have double support because of Soraka top, so she should be online a lot sooner than we're used to seeing with the solo lane XP. Solo lane gold and XP, but that's just what we see. Summoner spells across the board about standard as well, so it's not too much to see.
Minions have spawned.
What's your money on this game, sir?
Prediction time. I would have to go. Let's see here. Let me look down the lineups one more time, as well as the comps. I'm gonna have to go with red side, Team Exhibition red side, because Akid is honestly like one of the strongest junglers in the league. Even though he didn't make the All-Star team, I think just because he's one of the newer players, I think he's really strong. I think XDeathkawaii had a really good performance when he subbed in last week. I think they're gonna take the W down, honestly.
Well, I also think that they have a better team comp with a more well-rounded team comp, despite the fact that Lux and Varus have a lot of wave clear. They just don't have any engage or they don't have any frontline, unless Rengar is deciding to opt to be a little bit tankier this game. I would also like to point out that we did not see the 5-point start again.
Not surprised at this point, especially in an exhibition match such as this one. But we can always dream, right? But we do see a kid in the top lane, which is definitely interesting. He usually runs jungle 4-target shopping carts. Nice to see him on this rise, see how he performs.
Rise is a very powerful mid to late game champion, and I don't understand how his scaling hasn't received any nerfs. Champion is disgusting, but hey, what do I know?
He is going against.
He has plenty of counterplay. Soraka has a lot more range with the poke and can easily shut him down with her E. So I mean, I'm not really thinking too hard on that, but it seems as though BSQ is looking towards this topside scuttle crab.
Looks like Detractor is also going to be running out here.
Kha'Zix does not win this fight early.
Looks like Detractor didn't get that memo though. Scuttle crab is secured by him.
The level 4 would be the cause of the extra, but it seems as though he's going to be spotted out by that. And it looks like they're going to definitely stop his back. Death Griffen flashing in. Unable to land the parallel convergence, doesn't matter anyway because the light binding stops BSQ and Detractor ends up going down.
Yeah, Flash is already burned Detractor there, so nice aggressive play there from Death Griffen to secure that kill.
Flash is both burned from Death Griffen and Detractor, so those will not be available for the next couple minutes. Gunnar is here looking at BSQ, and Akid is also here to make sure that that blue buff gets secured away and given to him. Oh, not even given it to him. BSQ just opts to take it for himself. Rather than give the Rise a lot of extra sustain there in that top lane, because he's very limited early game by his mana.
Yeah, for sure. We do see
But MiniPod is
going back for some revenge here potentially. Doesn't know BSQ will be pretty low after this. Doesn't spot
he's looking for him. Checks, just opts not to check the Krugs.
Well, unfortunate invade there, not really going to get much, as none of the camps are also available. Detractor definitely behind here to start off in this jungle.
And Deathkawaii picking up the kill on Misfits and Monochrome. Easy double kill. Like I said before, playing any of your hook champions into Senna is a little interesting. Because the second you hook either her or her AD carry, they just kind of explode.
Yeah, 2 kills here early on to Deathkawaii. Definitely put on a solid performance on Vladimir last week.
An early 2,000 gold lead. A very early 2,000 gold lead on the side of Red. But it's not too bad across the board just yet. game
for
is
this
still young
one.
and early.
CS lead here in the top lane, despite apparently taking some decent amount of poke from this Gunner 50k on Soraka. You see a roam here from Sterilized Dog. He's on the mid lane. We'll get spotted out by a ward here in the bush. Walking back down towards the spot lane. It's getting a little bit of control.
The Soraka top nerfs did not go through yet, so she's still out here with the 5 seconds of rejuvenation. Just anytime she lands a Q, just unable to hold her down with any kind of damage.
This whole Soraka top thing, honestly, is I feel like blown up super hard in the past couple weeks for sure.
Oh yeah, because it's just like with the way that the meta currently is, it's like you're so focused on the bot side of the map and these new dragons that your top laner usually gets ignored. And when it comes to bullies, like ranged bullies like Soraka, she's got a slow and a silence, like if you are able to get on her, and can continually poke you out with Qs, which will keep her healthy. So it's like, it's her and like Sona are like the perfect two champions to do that and just run away from you and no problem. You poked out, because no one's going to gank them.
Sona top's definitely the other pick that I haven't been seeing as much, but I did see it a couple times this week and surprised me for sure. I thought I was getting trolled pretty hard, but it ended up working out.
Level 6 is available on for BSQ, and he's looking for the spot lane. I don't know if he will take the lantern in. It doesn't look like he's opting for that. But Sterilized Dog is walking up with the Mobos. Does not land the hook. Landing that hook definitely would have spelled disaster for the blue side bot lane. He definitely could have just walked up and flayed. He had time to do so, but opted for the hook instead, not exactly trusting himself enough. But it seems as though Detractor is here on this bot side and about halfway to 6, which means he's going to be 6 after his Raptors if he opts to go take those.
You see BSQ eyeing this dragon. Looks like he might be starting it up here. He will. Bot lane 4, red side roaming up. Looks like they're going to go 50% down before anyone suspects anything going on.
And the Evolved Claw is huge for the cooldown of this.
Jumping in down here, Monochrome get taken very low, will get executed by BSQ. Get that Q down.
Found alone, standing on that ward.
MiniPod getting a little close.
And then the isolation damage.
Oh, does have barrier to pop, does flash away. Flash comes in from Detractor, secures that kill. Now on Sterilized Dog looking for more blood. We'll get slowed by that wall. Sterilized Dog will
By
take it
2
away.
walls.
Sterilized Dog getting a little bit too close to Detractor again. Heal does come out. Should be going down. Detractor very low, will fall himself as well. Kills going all around here.
Overall, that is still a 2 for 2 on both sides.
And some stacks onto the Bone Tooth Necklace for Rengar.
Which overall, I think, heads in Detractor's favor. Heads into the blue team's favor because he's going to come back with, I think it's 12%.
I don't know the numbers.
It's
Some
4%
good
for
bonus.
the first 2.
What is it?
It's 4%.
4%?
Like 2 kills is 4%, and all 5 kills is 25% bonus AD, which is a lot.
That's definitely what you're going for on Rengar. But 2 is definitely a good bit of the way there. Nice head start. MiniPod looking to kick out Dog here. That's the lander now.
Being spotted out by plenty of wards, but Detractor is here anyway, coming to see if we can help MiniPod out. Unable to get the second leap onto BSQ, and he's gonna get played into this, and does go down to BSQ with multiple members of the red team here in this mid lane. That was probably an attestament to the hook landing on the Gunner, the lantern coming out, and Death Griffen is tanking the tower, so he will be able to walk away for free after taking that kill with the use of his frontal Rick.
Nice aggressive play there.
Very clean.
Dog. for that.
But yeah, that all started out with the vision coming here in this top side. Like if you, looking at that pink ward, when Detractor and Gunner got seen by that pink ward, Akid and everybody else in the who responded.
BSQ on this barrel now. You just get shutdown coming in on the bot side. Did miss that. Flash coming in
Seems
from
like
Dog.
ultimates. I'm not sure what Dog thought he'd be able to accomplish, especially with Monochrome there.
Yeah, definitely been a tough play. Maybe he was trying to get under that turret with the hook play, but definitely a little bit optimistic there.
He still wouldn't have taken tower aggro. But BSQ is here. Minipod is in a bit of trouble. Does not have the life binding up for another 4 seconds.
Big electrocute.
But it doesn't look like it's gonna matter because electrocute is massive. It lands the light binding, but Death Griffen is here with the phase dive. Phase dive? I think it's called. Yeah, with the phase dive.
I believe so, yeah.
To just
both
clean up
junglers here
Minipod.
meeting each other. BSQ taking the brunt of that damage. Detractor able to heal up. Ooh. Soraka will bring him back to even. Detractor does pop ultimate. He's looking to
And
pop.
he's looking for it.
Ooh, not enough damage.
And he
though.
just does not have that damage. He does not have that same damage. Like that is a completed warrior and longsword with like he had 4 kills going into that fight. BSQ had every single advantage walking into that fight. And with only a serrated Dirk and a Tiamat. Even then, that's what? 25, that's 55, 65, that's 75 AD as opposed to the 70 picked up from BSQ, but because of the red smite, it was just not getting out. Where is Detractor's jungle item?
That is a very interesting question that I was not asking myself until this exact moment. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. It was clear that he did not have a jungle item. Could be should be
Not. Not having a jungle item reduces significantly your jungle XP.
Could be playing just a small, tiny part in the CS difference and presence difference, honestly, between the two junglers here.
The jungle item speeds up your clear as well, because you do more damage to the jungle camps. But on top of that, he just... Like, BSQ is able to red smite him and reduce his damage by, I think, 12%. I think that's the number on that. Oh, it's 20%. It reduces their damage to you by 20%. Was what red smite does. So he just did not have any. Which is one of the reasons why he just does not do enough damage. Minipod getting clapped here by a death sentence, but no one's able to capitalize on it. So nothing lethal coming out of that. But there are wards everywhere.
Both teams
For the red
coming
team.
around the streak.
About a 6,000 gold lead, 5,500 gold lead, and
Minipod getting taken low
ultimate's
here.
going out.
We'll pop Bear, we'll be fine.
TSQ immediately popping the Soraka. The 3 team is just way too squishy.
Curtain call connecting there. He's going to secure that kill on the Misfits. Definitely looking
Detractor
good for
is here.
Should pick up their second Drake of the game with that. It definitely seems like a crippling blunder here for Detractor here with not having his jungle item picked up.
He's down 3 levels to BSQ, so that can't be good. And with the way that they changed to Ugly XP, it's just not happening.
Yeah, the kid's been able to just farm up here in the top lane with a huge CS differential up here, as well as taking down that first turret.
Almost doubling the CS of Gunner, and 3 levels ahead. Oh yeah, the level difference, the XP differences across the map are just insane. Like there's 3 levels on a kid, there's 3 levels on BSQ, there's a level on Death Griffen, there's a level on TSC, there's 2 levels on Sterilized Dog. Like there's and then with the 10,000 gold difference, I don't really see a way, especially with the Rip Herald coming out here.
Oh, they actually stopped it from crashing the turret. Another kill that's picked up for BSQ.
But yeah.
He is massive on this guy. 9 kills.
And he's so confident, and BSQ is so confident, he evolved his lead, which is not normal anymore. To see.
Got our 50k, potentially gonna get dove here under this turret. Although Death Griffen taking a little bit too many turret shots there.
Legendary.
Another kill
And
for BSQ.
just hanging out here in that brush, but Gunner standing a little too close to the rise. Just we're pushing up a little bit too far and just exploding.
Detractor does pop ultimate, looking for a kid here. Down 3 levels. Can he get the root off? Cannot. Rise says he's out of here.
Nah,
Yeah, he's
he's
still
like
lurking
my
on the spot side, but nobody there in the front. So he just starts picking up these raptors.
That is a level 12 top laner and almost level 12 Kha'Zix from BSQ. I can't. This is looking quite tragic with the 11,000 gold lead.
Yeah, 11,000 gold lead at 16 minutes, and it's turrets fallen, Drake's taken. XP
Down 2
leads.
dragons, 3 towers, XP leads across the map, 11,000 gold lead. This is going to be a difficult one for the blue team.
A 10
And
kill
no front
Kha'Zix.
line. A 10 kill Kha'Zix and no real way to do anything here.
They do have pick potential if they can catch somebody out. Lots of CC is Lux Bind, Varus ultimates, Senna
They
stuns.
could change CC really well, yes, which we might see right here. Nope. The flash coming out from the kid keeps him safe. That flashing over the wall, but like they do have half decent chain CC, but no front line to really protect anybody from the BSQ. Yeah, nobody to protect from BSQ, to protect from Death Griffen. There's no way that there's nobody who can stand in front and just eat that.
And they would have to catch people out like multiple times. You're not getting back in this game from catching out one person. You gotta put several back to back, and it's definitely an uphill climb out here.
Yeah, not to count them out just yet, because anything can happen. Monochrome not spotting that ward there.
Early prep on this Drake. BSQ on the second Herald. These neutral objectives are theirs. Uncontested.
Very easily.
Definitely good job from Red Side here. Just really setting up this control. We do see this jumping at almost one-shotting IamMiniPod.
And with the evolved leap, he's just gonna keep going.
Oh my goodness.
He's playing Mario out here.
Mario. Oh, he does get that snare land. 1,000 shutdown onto the Misfits. For more, it comes out.
Yeah, Detractor jumping onto someone doesn't mean the same thing as BSQ jumping onto somebody right now.
Another shutdown on the Misfits, though. That's why going pretty deep here. We'll have to reload. A third shutdown onto the Misfits on this Varus. We'll finally drop, but a lot of gold there for the.
That was almost a 3,000 gold handed over to Misfits, so let's see if that's enough to bring them back, because Varus is one of those hyper carry late game champions that can do a lot. Missing the E is going to be huge, and a kid just 1v2, no problem.
Obviously that could have gone better for blue side, but honestly, red team didn't get any turrets down, they didn't get the base cracked open, and lots of shutdowns picked up, so could have gone worse for sure. Well, this Drake has not spawned in, will be the third dragon. We think there's no way blue side could contest this, but looks like Detractor is heading over there. Or he does stop at his Karate real quick. XDeathkawaii starting up the Drake. Should have no real trouble. Blue side honestly can't really enter the jungle anymore. Look at that vision control red side has in that spot jungle there.
There's no way they can walk through that without being seen by something.
Oh, I suppose technically they could have gone through the tri-bush, but That would have been pretty sick. A blind steal if you try.
It's a lot.
Alas, did not happen here,
And you definitely don't want to see Cloud Dragons on FL. That champion will continue to get away from fights for free. And on top of the fact that the box from Thresh is also a huge cooldown, especially if he's running what seems to be Redemption. So it's going to be very, very strong here.
Akid doing a really good job in these side lanes, just applying a lot of pressure, getting these turrets taken down. And just farming up. 209 CS at 21 minutes. And just
Almost 10 CS a minute.
Their team is starting up there.
They can't really contest it.
Yeah, absolutely zero big.
Especially with a kid already, like, applying pressure down here on these towers. Hopefully sensing something's up because Detractor is here in that brush there.
Detractor is eyeing him. Baron has been slain. Looks like maybe he has brought his attention to the fact that he's going to be a good catch.
Oh, it didn't even matter. A kid is out here trying to hit that 1v4, but gives a 1000 gold shutdown to Detractor anyway. Was able to take down Misfits well before that. Just not enough healing, even between Monochrome and Gunner, because there is a Morellonomicon completed from a kid, so a lot of the healing was definitely reduced there by that item.
Just got another shutdown given over the blue side here. Doesn't look like these shutdowns are having much of an impact, but you never know when it could tip the balance a little bit. Second Herald is dropped, walking down the mid lane. If this one will be able to craft for them, as the first one did not.
He's able to break the turret. So now that middle inhibitor is exposed. And with a 15,000 gold lead on the red side, and Dragon coming back up in another 2.5 minutes, they might just look to pick that off and end, if they can't do it any sooner. But a kid here in this top lane, and shoving the wave really well.
Yeah, Kid's really just a monster in this game too. We keeping our eyes on BSQ and on his Kha'Zix, but Rise definitely could draw lots of pressure. He 1v2'd the, I think it was I forget who it was earlier, but 2 members from blue team. Just trying to pick off the tracker here. Oh my god, it's ridiculous amount of damage.
Yeah, that is an almost 3 item Rise, and not even using a Rod of Ages this game, so he's a monster and a half.
Second turn falling. BSP just deleting Misfits as he does look for the reset. Does get CC'd under the turret though, cannot get Gunner 50k. That would be a 1-for-1.
A little too much bitten off there by BSQ, but it doesn't even matter because it seems the rest of his team's going to be able to walk up into this no problem, pick up the other inhibitor, the middle inhibitor, and possibly look towards the top inhibitor with that tower there. Yep, they're just going to take this top inhibitor as well.
It's way too much pressure taking him out. Flash coming in from a kid to root up IamMiniPod.
Stopwatch, and it's enough to get him out. But with all those Baroned up minions like smacking the towers, they're putting down some good damage. Detractor's ultimate, Bill of the Hunt, is going to timeout, which means he's not going to jump on anybody, look for any fights here.
We do have that Dragon Soul available for red side in about 50 seconds here, so it looks like they will be resetting and turn their heads towards that. Not taking any chances here, got the triple inhibs, they're in no rush. They take their time.
With the dragon spawning in another 30 seconds, they will have that Dragon Soul available to them. They are hovering this dragon, and all of the blue team is just staying in base, it seems, to look to keep these super minions from crashing into their Nexus towers.
Yeah, not much hope left really for blue side here. I feel like goal lead's still just ridiculous, 15,000. Akid is huge on this rise, not to mention BSQ, obviously. And they might pick up the Dragon.
Both of these champions are level 16. Akid and BSQ, with their counterparts being level 13 and 11 respectively. Oh, now 12 on Detractor's run guard. So just the XP differences and levels across the board is just not enough to hold them back.
Throw a bomb and ult there. Try to clear these minions. What is on the back of that?
Doesn't work too well.
Still going down. BSQ now flying in. They do whatever they want with Suicide here. Oh, gets out with his life.
Is able to actually kill somebody in Fountain.
Dominating fashion. It's
The red team.
Red exhibition team taking out blue exhibition team.
Yeah, both teams had the ability to snowball the game really hard, and it just so happened that that red team was the side to snowball. Because both teams had very hard snowballing champions. Between the Kazakhs and the Echo and the Rise, who can scale really early and do a lot. And then on the other side, we've got Varus, who can get to his mid game where he's really strong, and Rengar and Lux, who's really strong in mid game. Like it was super snowball, and it just happened to snowball on the side of red. Good job to them.
This comes back a little bit. I was keeping my eye in the pregame on Akid and TSC to pop off here. TSC, while not, he did put on a solid performance as well, even though he didn't pop off quite as hard as BSQ and Akid. But definitely Akid, one of the best junglers in the league, as I was saying before. Although he was running in the top lane in this one, but definitely a solid play that we should keep our eyes on moving forward, especially if they're able to clutch the 4th seed here in the playoffs. But unless you have any further thoughts on this game.
No.
It's a fun little exhibition game here to start off the final week of the ALS. But that will do it for this, as we will be moving forward into game 2, which is the Nancy Drew crew versus Threat Level Midnight. And this is a very big game because Threat Level Midnight is trying to secure the 4th seed going into playoffs. And if they can win both of their games, puts them in a very good spot. Oh, they only have one game left, excuse me. If they can win this game, it puts them in a very good spot to do so. So don't go anywhere because you're not going to want to miss that. And we'll be back in just a few minutes.